One of my favorite on-chain indicators, Bitcoin's spent output profit ratio. Most people are out here chasing green candles, gut feelings, vibes, whatever you want to call their quote unquote sentiment check. Meanwhile, the SOPR is basically just screaming in their face, everyone's selling at a loss or a profit, and here's the ratio. If you don't know what the SOPR is, you're trading blind, you're investing blind, and you're DCAing probably incorrectly. This is the difference between stacking convention and being exit liquidity. Let's break it down, what this chart is and why it matters. So we'll get started with one of my favorite versions, which is on BitBo. They have an amazing suite of tools, so definitely check this out. I'll leave a link in the description. This is my second favorite, which is Check on Chain. So shout out to Checkmate and James, made an amazing website. But let's get into what SOPR actually means and how you can use it. It's one of the cleanest on-chain signals we've got. There's no guesswork, there's no sentiment polls, just raw blockchain data. And this is how it works. It's basically just the price sold divided by the price paid based on UTXO movement. UTXO movement refers to when previously unspent Bitcoin outputs are spent, meaning coins are moved from one address to another. Tracking these movements lets us see whether coins are being sold at a profit or at a loss based on their original purchase price. If the SOPR is above 1, which you'll see here on the bottom, it comes up as a green candle. That means coins are moving in a profit. If it's in red, coins are moving at a loss, meaning it's below 1. On the right side, you have a nice percentile here that kind of just shows you where we're at without needing to look at the bottom panel. But it's as simple as that. It's real-time window into investor behavior. Are they locking in gains? Are they panic selling? What's actually going on? You can take a quick look at this chart and see where we're at. It's a great sort of snack time indicator, for lack of a better metaphor. The best part about this is it tracks this behavior chain-wide. It's like the global P&L meter for Bitcoin. So let's go into how do you actually interpret this signal, right? What does this actually mean? And this is where the alpha lives. When the SOPR breaks below 1, we enter what's called capitulation on a short-term basis. That's where weak hands puke coins at a loss. Historically, that's where smart money is accumulating. On the flip side, SOPR above 1 during uptrends confirms strong profit taking. If it holds above 1 during a correction, that's bullish. That means people aren't breaking even, they're still net green. The SOPR reset to 1 is also a key indication. In bull markets, SOPR tends to bounce off of 1, and this is what Glassnode calls a bullish retest of cost basis. It's one of the cleanest long entries in on-chain analysis. And in bear markets, SOPR repeatedly gets rejected from 1, so the inverse. That's your trend confirmation. System is still bleeding. If you're a trader short term, not me, but if you are, these inflection points are gold. You want to enter when everyone's dumping at a loss and exit when they're locking in euphoric gains. I also like the Z-score chart. Again, Z-score is kind of just gets the standard deviation from the mean. And this is just a clean chart. It's really easy to see when you're sort of overvalued. And you can see right at this insane peak on the 10th of January, this actually showed perfectly a short-term bottom during a bull market. You can see we later went on to higher prices and higher prices. So the important thing to note here is you need to have a macro backdrop to what's going on a long-term horizon, right? Are we in a bull market or are we in a bear market? Then you can use the SOPR way more effectively. So let's quickly talk about some variants and some filters for this. There's multiple ways to kind of sharpen the SOPR. There's a bunch of different adjusted SOPRs that you can use. These are on Check on Chain, so definitely check those out. You can filter out short-term transactions like UTXOs less than an hour old, which reduces sort of the noise from intraday traders and mixers and things like that. Then there's entity adjusted SOPR, which aggregates at the wallet level instead of at the transaction level. That means it reflects investor behavior and not just wallet movements and wallet churn. If you're looking for macro trend confirmation, a great thing to add here is the 30-day MA. You can also use a 7-day MA, but I feel like it's kind of noisy. So if this is turning up and in an uptrend, that's trend confirmation. right? This will help filter out some of the noise. So that's it. The practical application of this is that you can use SOPR in 3 ways, which is cycle context. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? The structure will tell you sort of where you are in the macro, although there are way better macro indicators for Bitcoin than this. I use this sort of as a complement to the rest of the things in my system. This is definitely great for entry timing. So during bull markets, you'll rarely see blue here, but you will see it occasionally. Right after the yen carry trade, we saw like just a flash, and that was an amazing entry point, especially for this cycle. You could have got in, basically at 58K, and you'd basically have doubled your money by now. Last thing is exit zones, right? Spikes in SOPR are generally paired with price blow-offs, but depending again on the context, right? If we're in a bull market or in a bear market. So the SOPR is kind of what separates real conviction from cope. To be honest, it's not hype, it's not vibes, it's literally the chain telling you what is actually happening and what the wallets are doing. If you ignore this, you're not going to make it. So definitely use this, add it to your suite of tools. Again, I hope this helped. We try to strip out the noise and decode the real signals. I'll be adding a bunch more on-chain indicator videos that will hopefully help sharpen your tool set as you approach investing or trading, if that's your thing. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a subscribe to my tiny channel. It really helps, and I'd really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.